Well, good morning, everyone. Looks like it's time for us to keep continuing the story of the Warrior of Light, with Vermillion Monroe in particular. So, yes, it's time for us to begin Heavensward. We are grinding for our first episode, as we have 3 jobs to collect. We have all of them to get to level 50, which will probably take quite a few streams to do before we actually get to the story and continue grinding them up with the story up till we get to about level 52, or we'll do the rest of the jobs with him. And just like a Realm Reborn, we are going to see to it that we put the Disciple of Land in Hand crafting and gathering stuff and a hold, but I am wondering if I want to collect stuff while gathering along with the story, just so that will be ready, which I actually very well might do. Oh, no, not yet. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. And just like before, as some of you saw on Indigo's previous stream, I have also changed my race. And it is probably something that you wouldn't expect, or might expect, considering she's the tall-ass Ellison. Just what on earth could Vermillion have chosen? Well, guess what? We'll find out after a movie! Poor bastard couldn't fly with a mount by the time this was made, huh? Not in this area. Why is he wearing a ragged robe? This may have been slightly differently told in the canon perspective. And the scions are gone. At least not showing up in this. Which is also a little interesting in my opinion, since we are reunited with at least 2 of them right now. And straight up 2 of them. Oh, sorry, let me click back in it. There we go. So why do they show this dragon in particular attacking right now? Because that's modeled after an actual character in the story. I refrain from talking too much about it because Indigo might be listening. But yeah. Of course, it's meant to be a Dragoon, but most likely Estinian, major character in this. God, it's been over a year I've been playing Realm Reborn doing this level 50 thing. And we're finally here at Heavensward. I love seeing the pillars. And Ishgard looks so gorgeous. And the clouds, islands, the cloud skies. Whatever it's called, I forget. And yes, Indigo. That is still Ishgard. Floating islands are around it. Nidhogg comes. Freezing! Ulda bows before the monetarists, Lolorito in particular. Rauban, copes and seethes, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. There's only one dragon that looks like that. Why do they all look like that one dragon? God, that fucking... Wish I could show your armor doing that every time you equipped your weapon. Everyone here's stuck in Realm Reborn except the Warrior Light, who decided to level up a bit. On Dragoon, but still. That dragon doesn't even look like the ones we saw. But yeah. We are Lalafell. We made our character because we were helping Indigo with her previous stream. And showing her how to tank, because she really wants to be a Dark Knight and change her main job every expansion. So that was enjoyable to do. She'll get better, though. I can already see her improving. Now, let us load ourselves up so we can enter Ishgard for a tiny bit of story and get ourselves the 3 jobs and start with them. Oh yeah, I decided to start as a black mage. Keep most of myself hidden. So you can see my red eye is showing up, my yellow eye is concealed. But guess what? We can wear hats, guys! We win! We beat the game. We were a bunny, but now that we can wear hats, we basically beat the game. No, but I'll be wearing my normal attire at first. But yeah. No, it's fine to get out of here. Don't worry about it. I think he looks great. I do. Yes, I do. I think he looks wonderful. But I think for the sake of cutscenes for now, we'll just take these off. But yep, here's what he looks like. He is a Lalafell, married to his giraffe lady. I think I should actually propose to her. And we should do, like, the wedding stuff. After we do the Valentine's Day stuff, if she still has the wakeness to do it, we should totally do it. And yes, I made myself as short as possible, I think. It's great. And I picked a ridiculous voice for him, too. Let me see here. I know everybody likes that one girl's Lalafell's voice, but I just love how manic that is. And also, he sounds like a fucking rat. Alright, Alphino. Let's get started. Come in, Ishgard. The time for action has come, and Alphino knows what he must do. Try to get my voices sounding like the new voice actors, too. Who I prefer, honestly. It'll be a little tricky to get over, but it'll be quicker than usual, I assume. Oh, good. They're speaking more often already. Great. In Camp Dragonhead.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Man, he even sounds different here compared to, like, Endwalker. But I guess the actor may have aged, I don't know. Gotten better, probably. But he was already pretty good.
So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
That's right.
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Speak the truth, Lord Chapont. That's true.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
Oh, the Rising Stone slash Waking Sands theme. Scion's theme, I should say. Scion's headquarters, that's close.
I bring tidings, Count Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Edmont's a fucking bro, by the way. Very underrated.
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Yeah.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
Thank you, Horsefont. You are a true friend.
Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Keyword on begin.
Here, here.
Aw, look at her cheer. Just the three of us. There's three of us. There's three of us. Us three. I jumped so high now. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you all to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then... Not at all the circumstances under which I had hoped to visit Ishgard for the first time, but so be it. They say the winds can be rather fierce on the steps of faith. Be sure to wrap up before we go. This'll be good enough. I like my Realm Reborn outfit, even if it's for just war jobs. We'll get something a bit more open to everybody in due time. And like I told Indigo, yes, now that I'm short, I ride a Choco Kiwi. Choco Kiwi! Look how small it is! Choco Kiwi! Let's go, let's go. What are we waiting for? Let's get those jobs! Ah, man. Personally, I've been waiting for Machinist most, but I also like Astrologian, okay? Dark Knight's my least favorite job, but I still think it's fun. I like all the jobs sometimes. They're all fun enough for me to enjoy. Hello. Wards of House Fortan. Ah, yes. You may pass. Proceed to Ishgard. Yes.
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
God damn, this blizzard just had to come when I was crossing the bridge. Jesus Christ. Assholes. Aww.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood.
Isn't that Edmont? I think it's Edmont who's narrating.
Memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses.
Yeah.
A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace.
No.
Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood.
That's right. That's right. Hello, sir.
In the midst of the Dragon Song War they came. 3 weary travelers
Oh,
whose
boy.
arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortamp, Heavensward. Yep, it was Edmond. Heavensward. You have no idea. Well, we're finally here, fellas. And... Gods, I feel like a child in a giant's castle. From afar, the spires do not seem so tall. And you guys have fun with that. I'm going to look around. There we go. There's one of them. The other 2 are in the other area, up ahead. That's right. We're now at the pillars, ladies and gentlemen, in Ishgard. I'll be collecting these little doohickeys on our first tour, which I'm doing ahead of time. Or at least at the job spots, anyway. Woo! I'll just attune to this. You new too? Nope, you're level 100. Excuse-moi. I feel so good to be in an expansion. Anyways, let's go unlock a machinist. Hello, Stefanivian! Forgot how long your name was. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Oh, hard to garb. Striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are one of those adventurous types? Yeah? Ah, I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies. And let me just say, you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to the Sky Steel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But we are also accepting students who wish to keep up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us and exploring the machinist discipline? Yeah. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered you of your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stefanivian de Helrot. And you are? Savior of Skysteel. Stefanivian awaits your introduction with undisguised enthusiasm. Oh, cool. He gives us some garb already to wear. And our first gun. Very simple-looking musket-like thing. A carbine. Vermillion, is it? Well, Vermillion, allow me to welcome you once more to the Sky Steel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, 'tis our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's Magitech with traditional etherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline, and in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? Yeah. Let's do this. Splendid! And now, the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire... Where the hell's is our master of marksmanship? I swear that man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing! Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Let me move this a little closer, there we go. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship, and I might explain to you the particulars of the machinist profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, my lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man! We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy! Prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lappels if need be. But, me lordship, we ain't even sure where to start looking. You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of Lenosha. Ah, yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. Lenosha, my lordship? Are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place, where folk will clout you across the face as soon as they look at you. Aye, well, I must admit to a little familiarity with its environs. Hark, Joy! The prospectometer chirps again! Of course, our aspiring machinist! We shall have the worldly Vermillion here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of Lenosha must be akin to a garden path. Is it not so? I wouldn't go that far. Aye, 'tis but a garden path. Aye, 'tis but a garden path! It's full of a lot of pretty flowers. You see, Joy, my prospectometer never steers me awry. You will consent to guide us then, Vermillion? Of course. Then 'tis settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to House Art, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt to Lenosha. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. Ah, I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. Oh, so that's Stephanivian. Tongue-tied words. Now then. Let me actually take a look at our weapons. Oh, jeez. I got all sorts of crap to give away. Right then. First and foremost, let's take a look at the pillars. And make our way to these two places. A dark spectacle. But first! Excuse me. Yes, hi. I have some weapons that I must give you. Actually, tools. I have some tools I must give you. Hey, that'll do. That will do indeed. Oh, nice ribbon. Well, anyways. Make sure at least 32 objects are in there. Oh, wait. Is this? Spearbound, whatever. I'm sorting these just real quick. Just a couple of shoes to sell real quick. Almost done, fellas. Think we can get away with this. Yeah, we can get away with this. Alright. Although it's probably a good idea to sell this lot as well. Wait, Spirit Bond. Yeah. I think that's good for now. Alright. Ah, shit, I have all this crap, too. We'll sell it. Whatever. It's not like that really matters for leveling up anyways. No. There we go. Jesus Christ. That's more like it. That'll help us out. Now then. I like how chill the night theme in Ishgard is. Personally, I prefer how the plains folk look with their pupils. The dunes folk look a lot cuter in more cases, though. Actually, yeah, let's go unlock the thing up here. Then we'll go around the circle, unlock this, unlock that with Astro, and then go to Last Vigil. Unlock that one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Time for Dark Night. Ishgardian citizen, after witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. Huh? What do you mean? Huh? So you didn't see that trial earlier? Oh, your loss. Fury taking me, the way the heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. The blade was so big, had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that temple knight for as long as he did. Felt like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell, bellowing threats and working his hearts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. Don't whisper in my ear like that, man, come on. But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm not sure. I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details. Yes. Tell me more about this Dark Knight. Hey, gods, are you mad? You're standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. Yeah? So you want to be a Dark Knight. Our end. The people of Ishgard are in high spirits, for another heretic has answered for his crimes. Steel Karas. Where the hell that suit is. And a fine-looking claymore, too. As well as the soul crystal of a Dark Knight. So as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every elm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it was a blood, but something dark and twisted. But the righteous were not so easily cowed. Hellone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. And I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, it matters not. I heard the temple knights talking of dumping his corpse in the room. By sunrise, it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It would be as though he never was, as though he never had this conversation. Ah, yes. A theocracy. How nice to live in. But before we go that route, let's start to unlock the Astrologian. Probably the most lighthearted story out of all of these three. Which is great, because you just want lightheartedness out of healing, right? It takes the stress off of being a parent to everybody. Sorry about that. Sometimes errors just pop up, but we can ignore them just fine. That was weird. Anyways. Also, I love the NPC for this area. Where is he? Jenny Keenard, my good man! You're always so funny to mess with and discuss with. Jenny Keenard! Alright, fine. I'll be respectful. Can you even see me? Greetings and welcome to the Athenium Astrologicum. Perhaps you were drawn by fate to this place of learning, or perhaps you wish to know more of fate itself. Do you wish to know more of fate? Yeah, I do. Then you are wise to come hither, for in the stars are written the fates of every woman and man and Heidelin. It was there in the stars that I read a man would call upon the Athenium this very day. A man who would play an important role in my own life. Ah, but my apologies. Even the most skilled reader cannot scry a name from the heavens. Would you be so kind as to give me yours, so that I might know who is to be my newest protege? Give Jenny Keenard your name and become his protege? Yeah, okay. Yeah, my name's Vermillion. Vermillion? Well, I was not expecting that. What is a name but an attempt by our begetters to wield power over the lives of their sons and daughters? Lives whose paths have already been foretold. In a sense, that is. My name is Jenny Keenard de Durandare, and I am an astrologian for the Holy See. Remember that name, for it shall echo forevermore in the annals of Ishgardian history. Well, it will once I put it there. Once we put it there! Yeah, okay, goofy man. Stairway to the Heavens. Jenny Keenard of the Athenium Astrologicum simply cannot take his eyes off you. This tiny little thing. It's so cute. The star globe. Along with a velveteen cowl, which covers my face. What? My hair. Damn it, Jenny Keenard, don't take my hair away from me. Now, where to begin? I suppose I could consult my dividing deck for an answer, but that would be too easy now, wouldn't it? Very well, at the beginning it is. Astrology, or the reading of the stars, is a branch of etherological science which originated in distant Charlayan. There have been astrologians in Ishgard for thousands of years, but it wasn't until 3 centuries ago when Donald the Younger learned that the movement of the stars could also be used to foresee the movements of the Dravanian horde, that the field became popular. Since then, that was what a single science has bifurcated into 2 similar yet ultimately different schools of learning, the Charlayan school of astrology and the Ishgardian school, the former placing a focus on tapping celestial ether and transforming it into beneficial magics, or astromancy, the latter specializing solely in determining the actions of our dragon enemies to the north. I am a student of the former, the only student of the former here in Ishgard, and have been actively seeking a partner with whom to conduct my research. Let us just say that my fellow astrologians here have been less than approving of my path. But that is simply because they are afraid of what they do not know. Once they do know of how Charlayan astrology can benefit the sea and its soldiers, they will feel foolish for ever having doubted me. Us! You will be joining me, will you not? Walking the path that has been laid out before you, instead of stubbornly denying your fate, postponing the inevitable? I guess so. I see you wasted no time making your decision. Like I always say, the stars are never wrong. Alas, even a lifetime of study and training cannot unlock all the secrets written in those stars. Myself, I have been a student of the astromantic arts for more summers than I can count, and I still often misread the signs shown to me in the skies. Though my readings are far more accurate now than they were when I attended the Athenaeum in Charlean. Not the Charlean, mind you, the colony that once thrived in the Travanian hinterlands. I can recall my time there was like it was but yesterday. The first 6 moons I was not even allowed to touch the deck of 60, let alone conduct a reading with the major arcana. Most of my time was spent in the scriptorium transcribing old tomes on astrological fundamentals such as the 6 elemental houses, divine duplicity, class triplicity, house modality and polarity, dignity versus detriment. I abhorred the task and would tirelessly pester my instructors as to when I might actually be granted the opportunity to weave a spell or perform a reading. It wasn't until the end of the 6th moon that I realized all that transcribing had prepared me with the essentials I would need to do those very things. The positions of the celestial bodies within the 6 elemental houses, and the relation to the major and minor arcana of the deck of 60, therein lie the secrets to tapping the ethereal power locked in the heavens. And soon you too will become privy to these secrets. But not this day. No, I would not have you transcribe musty old tomes like I once forced to do. No, the task I have for you is much more interesting. You see, I am expecting the arrival of a very important guest. My old mentor from the studium has agreed to make the journey from the old world to Ishgard and speak with the Holy See regarding the implementation of Charlean astrological techniques in city-state defense. Alas, the professor and his party are now fully 7 days late in arriving, and I have begun to worry for their safety. I should be much obliged, therefore, if you would inquire of the other astrologans here at the Athenaeum if they have heard aught. Okay, I guess we'll finish this up real quick. Hello, Uriet. Why would Lord MarinkiArt think I had information on the whereabouts of a handful of unbelievers from across the blood-brine sea? I am an astrologer, not a fortune-teller. I cannot simply look to the stars and scribe the location of the Viscount's guests. Unless his guests are dragons, that is. I suppose if anyone knew aught, it would be the observatorium. Yet we here at the Athenaeum are but students dedicated to research. Those with any influence in our field are assigned to the astroscope. Well, once again, one person I had to talk to just informs me what I need to know, but oh well. Mugwiniel. Let me guess, the good Lord MarinkiArt said he saw you in a vision and the stars told him that you were to study Charlean astrology with him. Am I close? You must be the 100th of these little pets to pester me this week alone. I harbor no ill will toward ignorant unbelievers, unlucky enough to find themselves caught up in talk of stars and fortunes. But you may tell that sorry excuse for an astrologian, for the umpteenth time, that I have heard naught concerning his imaginary friends from faraway Charlean. Just do not tell the Viscount I called him a sorry excuse for an astrologian, alright? As you can see, he's kind of a loser. Poor guy. I stand for him, though. He means well. I have to go outside. Good. Flurry. MarinkiArt is still waiting for word on his missing Charleans instead of actually making an effort to find them, is he? Of course he is. Is it any wonder that in the nearly 15 years since his return from Charlean, his skill in astromancy has remained unchanged? Any wonder that he has never yet managed to convince a single peer of the value of the Charlean school? He is a privileged little sprat who spends more time gazing at the stars in young maidens' eyes than actually trying to read the ones above his head. Oh, all right. You tell the poor man I just returned from the observatorium, and one night at the communal feasting hall happened to overhear Chief Astrologian for Lemort speaking with one of his aides regarding Charlean. He was visibly upset, and I wasn't about to risk my career over something I care little about, so I merely put my head down and ate my beet soup. That is all I know, and you did not hear it from me. Okay. Oof, okay. Hey! Master Voldemort! I thought this day could not get any worse! Oh no, I'm not suggesting that meeting you in any way has been unfortunate. It's just that... it may not be in our best interest to be seen together as of yet. There are certain people in the sea who do not approve of my studies. Couple that with the fact that you are an outsider and an unbeliever, and, well, people may come to the wrong conclusions. We must act with caution until we can prove that our intentions are just and for the good of all of Ishgard. So, I must ask you to travel to the observatorium alone and meet me there. Alright, now let's continue with other stuff. And then I believe we just gotta do Dark Knight things. I was trying to do I was mostly trying to do a silly French accent as I'm French accent for a lot of Ishgardians, but I think I ended up accidentally sounding too much like Apu from The Simpsons. I think I have to go up there to get to that aetheryte, so we'll do that real quick. Excuse us. We climbing. If only we could use our mounts in Ishgard. It'd be so cool to take a look around this whole place on a mount. Ugh. Well, everything's good here. Wait a minute. That's more like it. Alright, this way. Excuse me. Just got 2 of these babies left. Now. Okay, and a crash was forced in. Well, I'm not about to be ready to be finished, so we'll be right back. I'm just going to see if I can set up this game again. Sorry about that, that was unexpected. An actual crash occurred. Who would have thought? Well, let's go ahead and open it up again. Mind some of the slight droning in the background. That's just the heater, by the way. For some of our children need a bit of heat to get through the winter. Oh, come on. Can't you just start with Heavensward? Gotta find a way to make that permanent. Alright. We'll see to it that we can play a bit more through this. Oh boy, players in queue. Alright, well that's gonna take a short little bit, don't we worry. I'll take this opportunity to stretch a bit. Yeah. Foundation, that's right, that's what this sector is. Foundation and pillars, all in Ishgard.